Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome you back to another exciting episode of the Hexath'locke Season 4. Last time, as you guys can tell from the sidebar, we got our 6th gym badge. And so we are continuing on with our journey. The team is looking about the same. Well, it's looking the same as it was at the end of last episode. Unfortunately, if you guys didn't get to watch last episode, a little bit of a spoiler alert, I guess, but, your fault for watching out of order. No, but, we lost Earhart, last episode, and if you missed a couple episodes, we lost Deku the episode before, so, unfortunately, we've had a lot of losses, a lot of really hard losses, the last couple of episodes. Team Galactic, man, took down Earhart with a freak shockwave using Kadabra, and Deku went down to I can't even talk about it anymore. But yeah, so these two are resting comfortably in heaven where they belong. They were good friends. But so we've got Thorn on the team and Darla on the team right now. Darla's been on the rotating team, but so we've got Thorn. Thorn's getting close. I think it's level 46 when Thorn is going to evolve, so we'll be looking at that shortly. Maybe even by next episode. I'll have to check on the levels for the gym to see how much grinding I've got to do for the team in preparation for that. But yeah, so Thorn's coming along nicely. We got the ability to use Strength after the last gym. And so I went back to the Wayward Cave, did a couple of other cleanup things just in between episodes. And I did end up getting really lucky. I think it was I got 2 Zubats, and on my final try, I got a Gibble. And then on my way out, all I got was Bronzongs. So I think I got really, really lucky. We did catch Toph here. So she's coming along nicely. But we're going through, today we're going to be going through Mount Cornet, up north towards, the Snow Point, or whatever the name of the town is up there. We've got to get to Lake Acuity. Team Galactic was blowing up lakes and stealing legendaries, and so we've got to get up there to lend support to Lewis. And I've got Toph. Toph's still, well, Grunt's not any higher leveled either. I just got sick of grinding. And these guys all did pretty well I was having to grind in Iron Island because there really wasn't a better option. And these guys just were not doing very well in there. A lot of really close calls. And just, I was having to run back like after every other battle or something. And so it was frustrating, and so I just was like, forget it, we'll just move on. The wiki walkthrough that I'm using suggested minimum level 35, if you can get to around 40 is recommended, so I think we'll be okay. And I'm really excited about potential catches this episode. I would love more than anything, especially considering some of the losses we've had lately. We don't really have any good psychic types, or psychic type counters. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 of our teammates are weak to psychics. And so it would be great if we could get a Sneasel. We've got Route 216 and 217 coming up, so let's head that way. And so it'd be great if we could get a Sneasel who would have an immunity. I love Sneasel and Weavile in general, and so it would be nice to have those guys on board. Let's see, I think we can battle... Yeah, we haven't battled these guys yet. So, got some battles here. That'll be fun. We got to get through Mount Cornet, through Route 216 and 217 today. May have to speed some stuff up, I'm not really sure, but I'd like to be up by Snow Point City for next week so that we can take on... Beautiful. Attaboy Zuko. So that we can take on the plot up at Lake Acuity and maybe even the gym. I'm not really... Again, it's been a long time since I played through these games. So yeah, we got to duck into Mount Cornet here. But yeah, so looking to get up there so that we can... thinking since there's a strength boulder, this is what we need, the direction we need to go. So we'll assume that's correct and move on up. See if there's anything worth getting behind these rock smashes here. And that's why we've got Grunt with us. I intend to use Toph in place of Grunt because she's a Gen 4 Pokemon, and just, I don't know, Garchomps are good, and so if I can do that, I think I'm going to. I was just lucky enough to get one that I would like to use it. Rare candy, all right. But we're going into the ice area coming up here, and she's a little bit lower leveled, and plus Grunt. I didn't think about needing to have defog in here. Not that I have anybody who can use it anyway. Well, probably have lots of people who can use it, but nobody I'm going to teach it to, I guess is what I should say. So we'll try to fumble along here, see if we can't find anything of use, and try and get through here. But yeah, so Grunt's with us. He knows Rock Smash, which is the point. And okay, so wait, this is Mount Cornet. I'm sure I probably already used a Mount Cornet catch. Somebody had to be Mount Cornet. It may have even been Grunt. Grunt or Darla, I guess. Let's double check. It doesn't matter now. I just ran from that thing. But Warburg Mine, Warburg Gate. I'm sure we got. I'm sure we've caught something in here because we passed through lower level, and so we just couldn't come up into this upper level. So I'm going to assume we did a Mount Cornet catch. If not, it was probably like it's probably something that we could have, like we encountered something. Ooh, we encountered something, but it just wasn't particularly useful to us, so I probably didn't catch it. I'm imagining it probably was another Zubat or Geodude or something. So yes. Strength made it possible to move those boulders, so move it. How to revive. Ooh, I'm glad we made our way up here for that. In fact, I'm actually going to speed up through this section. I didn't realize there would be fog in here, so I'm going to pause and pull up a map. But I think if we're going to speed through something, it might as well be this, where you guys can't really see what's going on anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, would you look at that? We made it through. Yeah, alright. I figured we'd be stumbling around in there a little bit longer, but that's no problem. Things taking less time than I expect is always good. So let's quickly pop. I spent a considerable period of time at the one item per transaction places, collecting things for our segment of the journey here. The guide was like, it's super long, make sure you stock up. I was like, alright, whatever. Especially because I used a ton of the items while I was doing training at Iron Island, because there's, for whatever reason, not a healer out there. I guess except for Riley, but he only helps you the first time through. So this is Route 216, and we are going to attempt to make a catch here. Let's see who we've got. Machoke, alright. That is mildly disappointing, but that's okay. Let's see, what should I use? Let's try a peck. If that's enough to kill him, I don't really want him. Guess we get a submission thrown at us. He hits himself with recoil. I would attempt to put him to sleep with Yawn, but that's on Buddy, so we're not doing that. Let's throw the Ultra Ball at him. Catch this guy. Alright. Can lift a dump truck. Alright, so this guy, let's yes, and we will name this guy Rocky or something, sure. Alright, so I think we've got a chance to get a Sneasel on Route 217, so ideally that will happen. Zuko took some more damage, let's throw some more More potions on it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what kind of Pokemon levels we're looking at up in this area. I'm an ace. I can see you're good too. Or whatever he said. Blake sent out Ambipom. Oh, Ambipom. Oh. Okay, let's go for the double kick here. It missed double hit, which works out perfectly for us. Sorry, little Ambipom. I'm sorry. Alright, so they're gonna go down. Oh, I've got the experience here on Darla still. Kadabra. See, this is why we need a. This is why we need a Pokemon. All right, so we'll bring Buddy in. Kadabra. All right, let's hit it with the return. Goes for the reflect. That's smart. But he's dead anyway, so that works. All right, so we beat this guy. I didn't even look at the levels there. I think they were 35-ish. All right, so. How we best navigate this. Let's see, we got another ace here. Might as well get the experience while it's hot. Really hope I can get a Sneasel. Would be very disappointed if that didn't happen. Just because I mean, Psychic Pokemon really, my team is very weak to them. And I don't really have anybody who's like super specially defensive either that I can just like, oh yeah, they can take anything. So it's something I'm really kind of worried about here. Golduck should get buffeted, right? Yeah, alright, Golduck's dead. Perfect. Thorn's getting buffeted a little bit. Here's what to send in Ponyta. We'll switch. Grunt needs the levels. Let's let him do it. But yeah, really, that's a big hole that we need, and it's partially what killed Earhart, is I didn't have a better option. I didn't have anybody who I could count on to really like handle that Kadabra any better. So Earhart definitely wasn't the best choice, but I didn't have any other options. Let's see Goliath in here. He'll take care of the Sudowoodo. I did find a PP up, which was exciting. So close combat now has 6 PP, which is still not great. Sometimes these really high power moves, I regret getting them just because it's like, okay, it's great that he does a lot of damage, but Brick Break did pretty decent damage, and I didn't have to like run back and heal all the time. So yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. Is this a healing place? Let's check what this is, and if this is interesting, we'll check it out, and then we'll come back and fight that guy. Feel free to take power nap in that bed. All right, well that works. Don't have thick fat like some Pokemon, so I'll have to bundle up my clothes to keep warm. Bed. We'll rest real quick. We don't really need to, but might as well while it's here. Then we'll jump back out. Alright, so Zuko's up front. That seems to not really be working out all that well. Let's get Darla up here. Of course, it's going to be, well, I guess really, it's going to be a rock Pokemon or something that Zuko could certainly handle and Darla could not. But let's see what comes out of it. Oh, Sneasel, which again, definitely Zuko could handle it, and not as confident in Darla's ability to do so. It is a nice type after all, and Darla is flying, so I guess Zuko, come on out, buddy. Let's do this. Really hoping to get. Yeah, see, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll get a. What do we want? Blaze Kick? Double Kick. We got more PP in. Might as well. Ooh, down, boy. Alright. One of the first. So my first shiny that I ever caught was a Zubat, actually. Actually, it might have been a shiny Golbat. I don't know if I actually had a shiny Zubat or not. Either way, I have a shiny Crobat. It was the first shiny I ever caught. But I think one of the next shinies I caught, because that was in... I'm thinking that was in Ruby Sapphire, if that makes sense. If Golbats and stuff were in Ruby Sapphire, it must have been, right? Maybe not though. Maybe it wasn't. It was either that or FireRed, and so I caught the thing. Did I catch it as far back? Could you transfer between Gold and? No, I'm sure it wasn't that far back. Again, we got the Psychic Pokemon. Anyway, I caught it a long time ago, and I transferred it up through all my cartridges. It's sitting comfortably in, well, it's sitting in the Pokebank right now, actually. That's where Shin is. That's the name of it. Was so creative as a kid. Shin, my shiny, it's just shiny without the Y. But the next one I caught, I think, wasn't until Pokemon Pearl, and I was up here and I caught a shiny Sneasel. I didn't see what was coming out. Whatever. Oh, yeah, no, we definitely need to switch on that, don't we? Okay. Let's let Darla do it, I guess. So yeah, I would be happy with any Sneasel at this point, but I guess if a shiny popped out, Shiny Claws would allow us to use it, so that would be good too. If we don't end up getting lucky enough to have it be our first encounter on Route 217, I wouldn't scoff at a shiny because it would allow us to use it. Not that I would ever scoff at a shiny, but that would be a shiny I wouldn't mind getting, because if any of you guys are not familiar, we haven't had a shiny yet this season, I don't think, but about to bring in Sneasel. We'll switch. Yes, it's Zuko again. The way our Shiny Claws works is we can catch it even if it's not the first encounter, but we have to use it. So, like in Season 2, we were running through Ruby, and in Hoenn we found a shiny Linoon. And so I caught it, but then I had to use the thing, which Ginny was fine. She wasn't, she wasn't terrible or anything. But I probably wouldn't have used a randomly Linoon I caught otherwise. Whoa! That move hits even if I'm flying? That's a little strange. Huh. I didn't expect that. But yeah, and then in, Season 3, last season, we caught the shiny Caterpie, Margarine/boss. Had a name... Ooh, right, I don't even talk to him, I just need to get in bed. Had a name change there, partway through the season after it evolved into a Butterfree. I named it Margarine because, Butterfree, and it was... shiny Caterpie was yellow, but then shiny Butterfree was... totally being up... Okay, we're gonna do Goliath. Totally being up front's not working out very well either. Alright, so let's head through this way. Got a Snover here. Really don't want to waste my coastal combats on it. Let's just continue on. Get through this packed snow and everything. There we go. Route 217. Okay. Whew. So we need to find some more grass. We need to attempt to... We're in the middle of a blizzard here. This cold is nothing compared to the fire that burns in my heart. You're standing in the middle of a blizzard. I'm thinking you might need something else. Okay. Raichu we're working with. Okay, Grunt can handle that. No reason to attempt it with anybody else. What was I saying though? But yeah, so we've got a shiny. We did not in Season 1 that I recall, and I'll feel really bad if we did. I don't believe so though. I know when I was doing the Hexath'locke, well, the Pentathlocke, before Gen 6 was announced. Pelipper. I don't have anyone with electric stuff either. I really need somebody with some electric moves on it. So the Pentathlocke was the comic version of the Hexath'locke that I was doing way back in the day before Gen 6 was even announced. And I was running through Pokemon Leaf Green at that point, and I got a shiny in the first season of that. I didn't get past the first season, but I did finish the first season. Did we hit ourselves in confusion or something? Buddy, we always do that. There we go. Snapping out of it is perfect. My guys, I can always count on them whenever they get confused. They hit themselves in the face quite a few times. Hippopotas. We'll keep battling on Hippopotas. There we go. Sandstorm. Thank you. Let's get the Surf up. Beautiful. Beautiful. But I did catch a shiny in the first season of the Pentathlocke. I didn't get that far in the comics. I didn't even get out of Viridian City in the comics. I was like 12 updates in and still hadn't gotten out of Viridian City. Yeah. So I did catch one there. It was a shiny Bellsprout, which I named Cowslip. And Cowslip was our shiny Bellsprout up to shiny Victory Bell. It did survive through the Elite Four, actually. And so, spoiler alerts, but I'm honestly... I keep saying, oh yeah, we'll get back to that comic, and then I remember, oh yeah, that's probably never going to happen. So, at least not with that story. I may do a comic again someday, but I would do it more like in a strip version. I was like doing like a comic book and like a full page of stuff. I was trying to do it once a week, and that just got overwhelming, and so I stopped doing it all together. But partially that was because like I'd finished the game. I think I've explained this before, but I'd finished the game, and I was like, I hadn't even gotten out of the first town in the comics, so I was like so excited to move on and play the next game. but I wasn't allowing myself to do that until I got like to a certain point in the comic, and so yeah. I decided, you know, this isn't really the format I want to do this in. I'd love to do this in something that I could get better, get through things a little quicker. Is that a person or an item? I think it's an item. And an iron. Alrighty. Gotta be some grass on this route, right? It did say available Pokemon on Route 217 in the wiki, so that must mean there are Pokemon available here somewhere. Another little house. TM7 Hail, how appropriate. Slow moving through here. Hey buddy, what you got? Let's find my way through the blizzard. I've dropped an HM. Ah, rock climb. Must be the thing behind the house here. Maybe. I guess I don't know for certain. Yes, I found it. Alright. Here we go. Let's continue here. There we go. But yeah, so I got a shiny in that one. And, you know, that's another one I probably wouldn't have grabbed, because that was down. I caught that Bellsprout as I was grinding down by Fuchsia City, so I was already well into the game by that point. And I probably wouldn't have been like, oh, great, let me add a Bellsprout to my team. Because in that game, I mean, I had, well, no, what was my water type in that game? Oh, Lapras. I was using Lapras as my water type in that game. And so I was like, I didn't really need, like, I didn't need grass for anything. But I used it, and, ooh, hey there, Clefairy, why don't you back off just a little bit, huh? That'd be okay? Oh, not enough to kill it. Well, at least it's not, like, giving me the burn status. But yeah, so the Shiny Claws is fun. It's made me use Pokemon that I maybe wouldn't have otherwise planned to use or considered using, and at the same time, it does leave the door open. I feel like it's kind of cheaty. I've got to find the Pokemon by happenstance, I think, because like if I were to just be like, oh well, I didn't get a Sneasel, so instead I'm going to grind here forever until a shiny pops up. I don't think that's like a real good strategy. I think I could probably waste my entire life attempting to do that and still not succeed. But I guess if I wanted to, I could do that. But no, I don't have the time for that. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do that. Not and keep regular updates going. I'd have to probably spend weeks of time grinding doing that. But yeah. So. I guess mine leaves it open there a little bit, but I just don't have the time to actually take advantage of that little loophole, so it balances out. And I guess if I wanted to waste the time doing that, then I guess I deserve it. Deserve to have a Pokemon on my team at that point. Was it Machoke? Bring Darla back out here. Let's have Machokes in this area. I guess we are fighting a karate guy, but still, okay. He's going to use Submission. Nope, he doesn't. Alright, so Darla should be able to take care of this pretty swiftly. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Darla gets some good experience, goes up a level. Fantastic. Wants to learn Poison Fang. Awesome. Alright. Forget a move. Doesn't it already know Poison Fang? What is he? No, I guess not. Get rid of Wing Attack. We've got Fly, and Fly does way more than Wing Attack, so we'll just stick with it for now. Alright, we gotta find... We're on the quest to find some grass. That's all I really care about. What does this sign say? Like a cutie. Coming up. Ah, grass. Beautiful. Ooh, there's the ice rock, I think, that you can use to evolve your Eevees into Glaceon. Where do you get Eevees in this game? I think we already examined that, didn't we? You can get one, but not until end game or something. Something stupid like that. An Eevee would be fun. I like Roserade. Well, I don't know if I like Roserade. I don't think I've ever really used one. But I really like Leafeon. That could be fun. Or a Glaceon. I've never used those, but I hear they're bulky. That could be good too. Let's do Giga Drain just in case we need to get health back. Whoo, buddy. Crits all day, every day, coming out of Thorn. That works. Alright. So, the moment of truth here. Route 217. We need a Sneasel. Oh, and we get a Meditite. Gosh darn it, man. That sucks. Another fighting type. We got 2 more fighting types, so great. We're adding to our psychic weakness. But not really accomplishing anything else. And I think that's pretty much it for Sneasel catchability, which is unfortunate. So, darn. I was really looking forward to that. Oh, perfect. Attaboy Thorn. Oh, it's going to get buffeted to death. Oh, and it's poisoned. Yeah, okay, well. That's okay. I hate Metatite. I probably wouldn't have used it anyway. Poison and Hail takes it out. Otherwise, good work, Thorn. Not really your fault. Snover could have been fun, too. I like Ice types. Ice types are one of my favorite types. They're just so underrepresented that it's hard to use them oftentimes, but I really do really like Ice types. Acuity Lakefront. Okay, we are going to attempt this here, see if we can't find a Sneasel. Oh, yay! Okay, awesome. This is a new route, and give me 1 second to confirm that it's not forfeited. I think we forfeited Valor Lakefront. Let me confirm Acuity's not forfeited before I get too excited. Alright, yes, we are confirmed free and clear to catch this little lady, or little dude rather. What's the best way to go about doing that? Definitely not Goliath. We could confuse Ray with Darla. We can definitely yawn with Buddy. Maybe a peck from Zuko. Let's look at Peck real quick. It's 35 damage. Alright, let's try that. Let's switch Zuko in. Man, if this thing dies to a single Peck, that will be disappointing. I really hope it does not do that. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So, let's get one more out. Zuko, I swear to God, if you crit this thing and kill it, I'll be very disappointed. Alright, that did not happen, though. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited. If we catch this thing, that'll make my day. I love the Sneasel line, and it won't make up for losing Deku and Earhart by any means, but it'll certainly be working towards helping to fill that void a little bit. Alright, be nice to Buddy. He's going to be your teammate here in a second. Alright, now let's bring... Woo! I guess Goliath back in. Looks like he's got the most HP. He can withstand stuff. Speed fell, that works. Just kind of stalling, waiting for Sneasel to fall asleep. Perfect, there we go. Let's throw... oh! Ultra Ball. Yep, not gonna mess around with it, let's just catch it. Beautiful. It's extremely vicious and will not stop attacking until its foe is incapable of moving. Give it a nickname to caught Sneasel. Yes! So, I'm actually gonna name this guy Dante. Because I'm currently rereading the Count of Monte Cristo. Is there an S on it? Yes, there is. Let's go grab an S. Alright, so we're going to name this guy Dante's. Because I'm currently reading, let me heal some people up while I'm talking. Currently reading rereading Count of Monte Cristo. I read it in high school and I loved that book. And I'm trying to read more just because I spend so much time at a computer. Like I work on a computer and then we'll be fine from there. I work on a computer and then like obviously my hobby is being on the computer. Like that's what I do for fun. So I spend a lot of time on computers and sometimes it's just so nice to get away and read a book and unplug for a while. And so I've been reading a lot more, but a lot of popular culture books like my wife had watched the Divergent movie with her sister or something, and my wife loves bad movies, and so she enjoyed that movie. The movie wasn't terrible; it was fine, whatever. But it's another tween book series that's getting made into movies or whatever, and so she was reading that, and I didn't really have a book I was reading at that time, and she'd already downloaded it to our Kindle account, so I was starting to read it and stuff like that just because. We watched the movie, and I was interested. When books are made into movies, it's sometimes interesting to see how that translation happened, so I was like, okay, and she was reading it, so I figured then we could talk about it, it'd be worthwhile. Yeah, it's horribly written, and just like, it was bad. The story was, whatever. I mean, it's Hunger Games meets Harry Potter, essentially. It's nothing special, and the writing is just horrible, and I think so. I was like, I think I got through the first book just because, and I started reading the second book, and because she had already moved on to that one too, and so we had it, and I was just like, no, the story wasn't engaging, the writing was just real bad, and I was like, okay, I'm moving on. And so I was like, well, I need something else, and I picked up the Count of Monte Cristo. It had been in my stack of books to reread, and I was like, well, I'll read some new stuff first and then get back to rereading things, but yeah, so I decided, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I love this book so much. Count of Monte Cristo is great, and so let's shift Grunt out for a second. I guess I don't really need to shift, but let's take a look at Dante's here. Anyway, in the Count of Monte Cristo, the main character's name is Edmond Dantes. He is wrongfully accused of a crime, and then when he gets out, spoiler alert, he takes vengeance on those who wrongly accused him and forced him into jail. So hardy nature, inner focus, so it won't flinch. That's not bad. Good speed, good attack, feint attack, furious. Okay, I'm excited about that. Anyway, but yeah, so he Sneasel's Pokedex entry said something about attacking until they were defeated. And Dantes has a cold heart to vengeance, so I figured that would be a good name. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. We made it up here. Took a little bit of time to do so. These are long, slow routes because of the packed snow and everything, but we've got some plot coming up next time with the lakefront, and we may even get into the gym. I'll probably do a little bit of grinding, probably get Dantes up to snuff here, although he's not too far off already, so that won't be too hard. But definitely going to want him on the team. Going to have to figure out a couple of things, move things around, because I'd also like to get Toph on the team, Toph my Gabite on the team at some point, maybe in place of Darla for a little while, because we've got flying coverage on Goliath. Anyway, I'll figure all that out. You guys don't need to worry about it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We made it, and we'll have some more exciting stuff coming up next time. Yeah, so getting close to the end of this one. We talked about that last time. Only a handful of episodes left at this point. We got 7th Gym. We'll probably lump that in with a little bit of plot there. We'll probably have another episode of plotty stuff where we're in the headquarters of Team Galactic. Another episode for the 8th Gym. And then Elite Four and Victory Road and everything. So not too far off at this point. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Oh, super excited to get a good catch here today. I think Dante's going to be great. So anyway, leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me as always, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.